She grew up in a place where death didn't scare people because they were already used to it. Durham and Sunderland, 19th century England, coal mining towns, smoke in the air, poverty in every street. She was born into a coal mining family. Her father died in a mining accident when she was a child. In that world, early death wasn't unusual, it was expected. Life there didn't move in years, it moved in cycles of survival. Children died often, illness spread quickly, and medicine rarely had answers. And that's exactly why one pattern went unnoticed for so long. In the same homes, people kept dying too often, whenever the same woman was around. In Victorian England, death didn't raise questions. It simply got recorded and forgotten. High child mortality, limited forensic science, almost no reliable toxicology at the time. Arsenic was everywhere. It was legally sold for household use. Rat poison, cleaning products, and even industrial purposes. And it was silent. Symptoms looked like natural illness, severe vomiting, stomach pain, dehydration, sudden collapse. In that world, poison didn't look like murder. It looked like sickness without explanation. The first death in her life looked like tragedy. The next ones started to look like repetition. In 1852, she married William Mowbray. A coal mining family, poverty, illness, survival. Life in that household followed a familiar rhythm. Work, sickness, recovery, and sometimes death. Over time, her husband died. Several children died, all recorded as natural causes. She became a widow, and for the first time, death didn't break her world. It reshaped it. She didn't stay anywhere long enough for the past to catch up. She remarried George Ward. Another home, another routine, another cycle, and once again, it ended the same way. Her husband died. No dramatic event, no clear explanation, just another death. Then she moved. New town, new house, new identity, as if every new life began by erasing the one before it. By now, death wasn't shocking anymore. It was background noise. In 1865, she married James Robinson. The marriage eventually broke down, and they separated. During this period, deaths were recorded around her household, but none of them were legally connected. Even when questions began to form, there were still no answers strong enough to hold them. Sometimes, it only takes one death for everything else to start making sense. She married Frederick Cotton. She now had access to the household and to the children living inside it. And during this time, her stepson, Charles Edward Cotton, died. What was once accepted as fate was now being lifted from the ground. A coroner ordered a formal inquest. The body was exhumed. Toxicology tests were carried out. The grave, the coffin, the remains, all examined long after burial. And then, the result came back. Arsenic was found. That was the moment suspicion became evidence. When you lay a life out in dates, coincidence starts to look like design. Investigators began connecting the timeline. 4 marriages, repeated deaths, constant relocation. A pattern slowly emerged, but legally, only one case could be proven. And that was enough to open the door, but not enough to explain the full picture. And in the moment, everything finally connected. The past was given a name. In the investigation records, one name appears: Mary Ann Cotton. The press didn't just report the story, they turned it into a legend. British newspapers ran with it. She became known as the Black Widow. But in the process, fact and fear began to blur. Court of Durham Assizes charge murder of her stepson. Evidence, toxicology results, exhumation, medical testimony. The defense argued contamination and alternative explanations. Verdict, guilty. Durham, jail, sentence, death by hanging. Convicted of one murder, arsenic, confirmed in the victim. Exhumation and forensic analysis conducted. Sentence carried out. Total number of victims remains unknown. Most deaths were never legally linked. Many details remain historical speculation. The story of Mary Ann Cotton remains one of the most infamous cases in Victorian England. But it's not about how many people died. It's about how long repeated death can look like ordinary life. Until someone finally starts asking the right questions.